Hey, everybody. We have some very interesting astrology coming up this week. We've got Venus squaring Saturn and Mars moving into Libra opposite Saturn. So that's kind of making a big T square here, which is something to look at. So let's take a look. Here we are today at the end of the month of July. There is Venus squaring Saturn, which is now Saturn is in retrograde. So it's in a reflective next to Neptune, where we're gaining clarity on, probably because it's in Aries, which is a um Dharma house, which means it's what we desire. It's a lot of we're doing some internal reflection on what we truly desire, and what we can devote ourselves to, what we can put, it's sort of like a spiritual mission or our dharma, our purpose, right? So we're having some very powerful reflective energies around that, because we're going to commit to this new path here. So when it squares Venus in Gemini at the end degree, at that last degree point, which is a kind of a crisis degree point, there is some sort of ending of a pattern in communication, because Venus Gemini is going to be about communication. So we're ending some sort of we're reversing and becoming more able to communicate would have to be the ideal here. Now, in that process, there can be, in this reflection process, there's things that show up that need to be, you could say, an alternative action taken around. Now we have Mercury continuing to be in retrograde, but it's going to go direct here on the 11th. And so it's going to go direct about the same degree that the new moon was in Leo. So we're going to see some things going forward that were not necessarily seem to go forward on that new moon, but Mercury was in retrograde in Leo. So this new moon was still activating something new, but we may not have seen it. It may not have been loud and loud enough. Well, when this Mercury starts to go direct, we'll see it clearer. So this square to Saturn and Venus, we're not going to talk about the Mars and Libra yet, because that's coming later in the week. That's going to start building early August. But it's just interesting that it's happening around the same time and Venus is about to move into Cancer. So that's something else to talk about. So that's going to happen here tomorrow, where things are going to come. We're love and money. This is home, mother, family. Things shift to family energies, and we become more wanting to go home, visit our mothers, communicate with family, be with family. It could be that you start a family, because Venus Cancer is also very empathic and very romantic and nurturing. And so romance could be very well nurtured. Finances are going to be very good because it's closer to Jupiter. So things are going to look much better financially for everybody in that Jupiter, in that Cancer house. And by the way, I have all 12 signs up. Well, I haven't done them all yet, but I'm about to get them all up. I have Aries to Cancer up. So I'm going to do the next 4 today, and where I go more into depth about how all this will impact your sign. All right. I hope that was helpful and interesting. All right. Namaste.